Hello students, good morning students. My name is Ved Prakash Saw, designation PGT History Teacher. Nice to meet you all. I wish you that you all are fit, fine, healthy and happy at your home. Missing your school too. In this lockdown period, got this opportunity to study through this online live classes. So, today I will teach you the second chapter, class 7 History. Chapter name New Kings and Kingdom. But before that, I request you all students open your books, copy, pen, pencil, eraser in front of you. We will study the second chapter, New Kings and Kingdom. So, in this chapter, the first thing which comes in our mind, new kings and kingdom, means emergence of various kings. As for example, I am discussing very interesting topic about various rulers, and pay attention in the class. I am discussing very interesting topic and historical moment in this class. Listen carefully. During the period of 7th to 12th century, many new dynasties emerged in different parts of this subcontinent. As for example, dynasties name. Many new dynasties emerged after 7th century like Gurjar, Pratihara, Rashtrakutas, Palaj, Chola and Chahmana or Chauhan. Look at page number 16. Chapter 2, a very interesting map. Look at figure number 1, major kingdom 7th or 12th century. Very attractive map. Look at Chamana, Gurjar Pratihara, Chandela, Pal, when east, west and how many direction? Students, 4 in general, east, west, north, south. East Pala dominant, Chola south. So every king's expansion of empire on that time. Many new dynasties emerged after 7th century. Map 1 shows the major ruling dynasties in different parts of the subcontinent between the 7th and 12th centuries. Have you got it? Any doubt in this topic? Seventh to 12th century saw the emergence of new lords, warrior chief called Samantaj, who gradually became important. They declared themselves Mahasamantaj or Mahamandaleshwar. Dantidurg, a Rashtrakuta chief, overthrew Chalukya overlord and performed हिरण्यगर्भ, प्रतिहारा, पालाज, राष्ट्रकूटा, Rajput, Chauhan were the main ruling dynasties in North India. In which direction? North India. Cholas, Pandyas, Chalukya, etc. were the ruling dynasties of South India, North India and South India. Clear? Any confusion in this topic? Many of these new kings called themselves Maharaja Adhiraj, Tribhuvan Chakravarti. I repeat again, many of these new kings called themselves Maharaja Adhiraj, Maharaja, Adhiraj, Adhiraja और Tribhuvan चक्रवर्ती, Chakravartin. Every student, this term is very tough for students and me both. So write down in your copy 10 times, because no meaning mistake and spelling both, and pronunciation repeat in your home. Next topic, the emergence of new dynasties. The emergence of new dynasties. Come to page number 17. The emergence of new dynasties. By the 7th century, there were big landlords or warrior chiefs in different regions of the subcontinent. Existing kings often acknowledged them as their subordinate or samantaj. They were expected to bring gifts for their kings or overlords. Be present at their courts and provide them with military support. As Samantaj gained power and wealth, they declare themselves to be Mahasamanta, Mahamandaleshwar, the great lord of a circle or region, and so on. Sometimes they asserted their independence from their overlords. One such example was that of the Rashtrakuta in the Deccan. Initially, they were subordinate to the Chalukya of Karnataka. In the mid-8th century, Danti Durg, a Rashtrakuta chief, overthrew his Chalukya overlord, performed a ritual called Hiranyagarbha, literally the golden womb. When this ritual was performed with the help of Brahmans, it was thought to lead to the rebirth of the sacrificer, Sacrificer, as a Kshatriya, Kshatriya, even if he was not one by birth. In other cases, men from enterprising families used their military skills to carve out kingdoms For instance, means examples, the Kadamb Mayur Sarman KADAMBA. I repeat again. KADAMBA. Kadamb. MAYUR Mayur. ASHARMAN. And the Gurjar Pratihara Harishchandra were Brahmins who gave up their traditional professions and took to arms successfully, establishing kingdoms in Karnataka and Rajasthan respectively. Now come to some basic question in this topic related. Who were Samantaj? Samantaj were big landlords or warrior chiefs in different regions of the subcontinent. Number 2, existing kings considered them as their subordinate, means dependent services provided by the Samantaj. Samantaj brought gifts for their kings or overlords. These remained present at their courts or functions organized by them. They provided them with military support. Number 2 questions. What happened when Samantaj gained power? When Samantaj gained power and wealth, they declared themselves to be Mahasamanta. Mahamandaleshwar means the great lord of a circle or region. As for example, in the mid 8th century, Danti Durga, a Rashtrakuta chief, overthrew his Chalukya overlord and performed a ritual called Hiranyagarbha, meaning the old golden womb. And giving another example, explain. Give another example of Samantaj establishing their kingdom. Point to be noted out. I can anytime ask in this during class, present time. So pay attention in my class. Not look here and there. Some other king, Samantaj from risk-taking families used their military skills to carve out kingdoms. Kadamba Mayur Ashraman and the Gurjar Pratihara Harishchandra were Brahmins. Number 3, they gave up their traditional professions and took to arms. Number 4, they successfully established kingdoms in Karnataka and Rajasthan respectively. Any doubt in this topic? Rahul, stand up. Name some new kingdoms name. At least 2. Okay. Gurjar Pratihara, Rashtrakuta, Palaj and Chola, Chamana or Chauhan. What is the meaning of Samanta? Samanta means Samantas were big landlords or warrior chiefs in different regions of the subcontinent. Existing king considered them as their subordinate. You have any face problem, you can ask question only for 30 seconds. Revise this topic. Okay class, thank you.